Yo, it's your boy, Crazy Josh, your favorite TikToker, your favorite content creator. Yeah, y'all thought I wasn't about to take over? Yeah, I'm taking over. I'm coming back, and I'm coming back in style. So y'all already know what to do. Hit that sub button. You already know where to find me. Crazy Josh. You can find me everywhere, anywhere, at all the social media platforms, man. And guess what just kicked off? Football. So today I'm gonna be talking about the Eagles and the Cowgirls. You already know the vibes. We're gonna be previewing the Chargers and Chiefs game. Then we're gonna be talking about Sunday, all the game slates. You know I gotta talk about my Patriots and how we back, baby. You already know the vibes. On top of that, it's gonna be some NBA news, WNBA news. Come on, you know I'm gonna have everything for y'all. Everything, anything sports related, we're here. Alright, man. Alright. So let's get into it, right? This Cowboys game, very interesting game, by the way. Very intriguing game, right? This was a winnable game for the Cowboys. Dak played a pretty good game. He did the best he could of what he had. But let's get into the stats. Look at this. The Cowgirls, see what they had going on, right? So, shout out to Dak, man. For the most part, he had a good game. 188 yards. He threw for 21 for 34 for 188. He didn't throw no touchdowns, all right? But Javonte Williams, he was surprising. It's surprised he was. We didn't expect this, especially now if you play fantasy. Yeah, you didn't expect this from him. You thought, nah. Then we had the little Spitgate incident with Jalen Carter. Jalen Carter is bugging us a wild dude. I don't know what brother got going on, but he need to relax. So he gets ejected. Once he gets ejected, that basically opened up the run game for the Cowboys. Jalen Carter being one of the best defensive linemen, one of the best linemen in football. You already know that made a difference. Him not being there allowed the Cowboys to run the football. As you see, Javonte Williams had 15 carries for 54 yards with 2 tutties. All right. He was in there. Even Miles Sanders got in. He had a big run for 49 yards. He had 4 carries and 53 yards. I mean, what more do you want from basically the Cowboys? What more do you want? Then we're going to go ahead and talk about CeeDee Lamb, right? The fact that Dak gave this man 7 receptions for 110 yards is insane. Giving this man 13 targets when you got George Pickens on the other side, another valuable weapon, was insane work to me, dog. Like, what are we doing here? You got George Pickens lined up on the other side, and you mean tell me he only gets 4 targets? 4 targets, bro? Crazy work. Then Jake Ferguson, you know he gonna get his targets no matter what. Shout out to Jake Ferguson. If you play fantasy, he's gonna be a very valuable fantasy guy. Very valuable fantasy guy. He's somebody that looks at a lot. He targets a lot, as y'all can see. 5 for 23 for out of 6 targets. I mean, I don't know what more the Cowboys could do. Shotty had a good game plan. He stuck to the basics. We had the little rain delay. Y'all know how that'd be. But shout out to the Cowboys. They could have been better. They should have won this game, but that's neither here nor there. Dak, I don't know what Dak and CeeDee Lamb got going on, what bro man shit, but you know you got a number 2 over there named George Pickens, who's a number 1 in Pittsburgh. You could throw him the ball. I hope you know that, Dak. Acting like he was non-existent was crazy. Then we gotta look at Jalen Hurts, 19 for 23, 152 yards. He took 1 sack, lost 8 yards. Philly's gonna be a run-heavy team. So if you play in fantasy, because we all know if you had AJ Brown, feel bad for you because we know how that went. My man AJ Brown did not do so well. But Jalen Hurts had 14 carries, 62 yards, 2 touchdowns. Saquon 18 for 60, 1 touchdown. Okay, let's get down to business, right? Jay Jones traded away Michael Parsons, a generational talent, a top 5 edge rusher in the game. You can even argue a top 3 edge rusher in the game. You ship him up out of there for basically a bag of chips and nothing. I understand why you did it, but why would you do it? The Cowboys can't stop the run. So if you want fantasy, if you play fantasy, line up your running backs. Whatever running back is going against the Cowboys, they're going to feast. They're going to eat up. because they can't stop the run to save their life. That D-line is mucho galante basura. Trash. One of the worst D-lines in football by far. Yeah, they're going to eat it up. I don't know the addition of who they added. I can't think his name right now, but he's not. He was okay. But the run won't be the Cowboys' specialty. Boy, I tell you, will not be their specialty. A.J. Brown. I need to understand how a arguable top 5 wide receiver in the game, definitive top 10 wide receiver in the game, gets one target. He got one target with under 2 minutes left for 8 yards. I don't know what beef going on with Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown, but yeah, that messed up a lot of fantasies because A.J. Brown was a consistent number 3 wide receiver in fantasy, first and second round pick, depending on what you value, how much you value him. But that's insane work. Then you got Dallas Goedert, 7 receptions, 44 yards off of 7 targets. One thing about Jalen Hurts, he's gonna target his tight end. I think Dallas Goedert is gonna be top 5 fantasy tight end in football currently. I think he might be he'd be a top 5, probably just outside the top 3. But this is a run-heavy team scheme. You got Jalen Hurts with 14 carries, Saquon for 18 carries. As a team, they had 38 carries as a team for 158 yards and 3 touchdowns. Cowboys had no answer for them at all. They were just running. They had no answer for them at all. Jalen Hurts is a top 5 quarterback in the NFL. It's time to respect Jalen Hurts. We got to stop this disrespecting Jalen Hurts, acting like he's mid, like he's not good, like he's garbage. I understand the Eagles are in a great situation. One of the reasons why that team is so great because of Jalen Hurts. We're not going to play the hypothetical game, the plug-and-play game. If I put X, Y, Z here, they can do the same thing. Football doesn't work like that. Y'all know the schematics change in football. A lot of things change. Everything changes. Jalen Hurts is a top 5 quarterback. The only quarterbacks that I have that I think you could put above him is, of course, Josh Allen, Lamar, Patrick Mahomes. That's it. Those only 3 that I can say are definitively better than Jalen Hurts. One thing about Jalen Hurts that people don't talk about, he gets the job done in the playoffs. He has very good playoff runs. They're not elite, but they're very good playoff runs. Certain quarterbacks don't deserve in certain conversations, especially in top 5 conversations. We're going to get down to it. It's a quarterback, I think, who is very overrated in football. But we're going to get down to it. Like, this game was winnable for the Eagles. I mean, not the Eagles, the Cowboys, excuse me. The Cowboys could have really won this game. Dak was playing very good. He was fearless. He stayed in the pocket. This is one of his better games. He couldn't play any better than he did. CeeDee Lamb having the drops he had was nasty. That's nasty work. All of a sudden, in the second half, he caught butterfingers. I don't know. The ball started getting slippery. He rubbed some butter on it. I don't know. His hand just stopped working or something. I don't know what's going on. For him to have the drop rate that he had was insane work. Was just nasty. He had a crucial drop in the fourth quarter with under a minute to go, I think, or under a minute or 2. If he catches the ball, you can debate that they could have won this game. It is a hypothetical, but I think they could have won this game. I think Turpin is going to be good on the Cowboys. They're going to use him as a gadget guy. They're going to get him involved in the passing game, sometimes in the run game. I think Tolbert is going to be very important to this offense. One guy who really surprised me was Javonte Williams. If they could get just a good back to when he was in Denver before his fall off, when he was one of the good backs in the league that could run the ball, I think he will be a great addition to this run game. Jerry is going back to his 90 Cowboys way. He builds up the O-line. We all know this. When it comes to the Cowboys, they build around their O-line. So they're going to have the best O-line league and elite O-line. So now you got this elite O-line. Now you got CeeDee Lamb, top 3 receiver in the league, top 2 receiver in the league, however you want to look at it. Then you pair him up with George Pickens. You go out there, you trade for George Pickens, who wasn't number 1 over there in Pittsburgh. He was a solid number 1 wide receiver at that. He was a very good number 1. So now you got a guy who's number 1 as your number 2. Then you also have a good tight end and Jake Ferguson. So this team should be decent. I don't think they win the division. We all know the Eagles win the division. I think this team could sneak into the playoffs. They should. A matter of fact, they're not sneaking in. The Cowboys should get into playoffs. No ifs, ands, buts about it. This team has no excuses not to make the playoffs. They are easily the third best team in the division. Because I think the Redskins, the Commanders, whatever you want to call them, Huda Hada, Apple, Potato, whatever, that team is still better. But I think the Cowboys, still a good team. They're a decent team. Shout out to the Cowboys, Eagles. Good game. Good way to kick off week 1 in football. Winners and losers. Again, if you play fantasy, Saquon, he did okay. Not the best. If you play fantasy, not the best what you want, the production you wanted from. A lot of people sat Javonte Williams. You missed out on a good chunk of points. Excuse me. Because Javonte Williams, them 2 touchdowns, 15 yards. 15 carries for 54 yards. Yeah, you missed out on that. Another player I want to talk about, Adoree Jackson is mucho galante basura. If I'm the Eagles, he got to walk home. We cutting him. Because that man can't cover anything. That man can't cover a pot of boiling water. That man can't even cover his shoelaces. That brother was getting burnt. Cooked and torched by CeeDee Lamb. Like, I just don't understand why the Eagles thought, oh, yeah, we're going to put Adoree Jackson over there. He's getting cooked. He almost gave up a touchdown. Yeah. Quinyon Mitchell did not look like the same Quinyon Mitchell we seen in his rookie year, right? That's not the same Q Mitch that we saw. Was he good? I say he was all right. He could have been better, yes. But I feel like Quinyon Mitchell could have been better. This is one of the best corners in the league. Or is one of the best corner in the league. He's on the trajectory to be a top 5 corner in this league. Cooper DeJean played great. Jordan Davis played good for the most part. Nolan Smith looked good. This Eagles defense is going to be crazy. When you got Vic Fangio out there doing what he do, with the pieces he has, the Eagles easily going to be a top 3 defense in the league. No ifs, ands, buts about it. Offensively, if you can't stop the run, you're not going to be able to beat the Eagles. Because they're going to run the ball down your throat. They're not going to stop either. Saquon's going to run all over you. Jalen Hurts is going to run all over you. So if you can't contain them and contain the run, if you can't make Jalen Hurts uncomfortable in that pocket, get him out that pocket, collapse the pocket, you're going to have a long night ahead of you, brother. Long night ahead of you. One problem I do see with the Eagles, one problem with the Eagles is this is going to be a run-heavy team. It's probably going to be like a 70-30 split between the rushing and the passing. Jalen Hurts barely threw the ball. 23 times, he barely threw the ball. He didn't really have to throw the ball when you're getting production from him and Saquon. Even Will Shipley had production for 3 carries for 26 yards. And his longest run was for 20. You didn't have to really get production out of it. You're going to get production out of it. Then you got A.J. Dillon, 3 carries, 10 yards. Longest run was for 9. So when Saquon gets tired, now you got to worry about A.J. Dillon, a big old refrigerator, a mini fridge coming in wearing you down. Then you got Will Shipley, who I think is a nice receiving back. Now he's a decent power back, but I think his frame is kind of small. Pause. But yeah. So what they're gonna be able to do with their running backs, it's gonna be a lot of stress in your D line. They're gonna wear you out. You're gonna get tired. It just is what it is. Eagles. Who on Eagles has fantasy value? After what I watched last night, Saquon and AJ Brown was on that trade block expeditiously. They had to go because it just wasn't good enough for me. Saquon, I'm gonna let you slide, so I might take you off. But AJ Brown, like, come on, AJ, you what? Like, I don't understand how AJ Brown 1 target, 1 reception, 1 target for 8 yards. What is that? You are a top 5 receiver. Jalen Hurts was barely even looking your way, brother. He didn't even look your way. He looking at everybody else. How Jahan Dotson, wide receiver 3, get more targets than the wide receiver 1? How that work? So y'all telling me Jahan Dotson is supposed to get more targets and yards than AJ Brown, a top 5 wide receiver in this game? One of the great route runners, one of the great yak catchers. Like Devontae Smith had 3 for 16. All right, cool. The fact that Jahan Dotson was a true number 1 in this game, nasty work. Dallas Goedert is going to have a lot of value in fantasy. So if you don't have Dallas Goedert, he's on your waiver wire, which I highly doubt he is because he's a top 5 fantasy tight end. You should go pick him up. Devontae Smith, wide receiver 2, 3 for 16. Not the production you really wanted it, but hey, it's the Eagles. AJ Brown, I would say you should be worried some. You should be a little worried and concerned. I don't know. We're going to have to see how the season plays out. See who the Eagles play in week 2 next week. We see what happens. Then we can have a conversation about that. See how that's going to work. If AJ has another game like this, it might be time to hit the red button. Like, no more AJ Brown. You might have to put him on that trade block in fantasy. Javonte Williams, I don't know if you're going to get the same production out of him again. So, if he's available, I would still pick him up on the waiver wire. He'd be like a stash guy. He's obviously RB1 for the Cowboys. It's not even close. He's clearly going to be their back. And with that elite O-line he's running against, if he get to a Javonte Williams before his fall off, the first 2 to 3 years he was in the league, he would be very valuable. I know a lot of people had Javonte Williams on their bench. I played against a guy in fantasy. He had him on his bench. I know he was hurt when you got like 20 points from him and he just sitting on the bench just chilling. We're going to preview this Chargers game, Chiefs-Chargers. We got an AFC West matchup right here. Right now, the odds, they got the Chiefs winning by 3.
I'm not with you. I'm with RC on this one. I think that you got to show me that you're an AFC West.
Yeah, we got the Chiefs playing the Chargers. The Chargers do have a injury. I believe it's their, who is it? Let me see if I can find the injury report on this game. I can't see the injury report. Injury report. They show me all team injuries. I ain't asked for that. The only team I need right now is just Chargers. Did I go past the Chargers? Los Angeles Chargers. I'm still thinking they in San Diego. I be forgetting they be moving. So Mekhi Beckman is questionable. That's going to be a big hit for them. That's a guard. Rashawn Slater, one of the best, if not the best, left tackle in the game. He's out. He was protecting Justin Herbert's weak side. So him being hurt, I don't know how that's going to work. As we know, the OC is Greg Roman, and if you know anything about Greg Roman, he's gonna want to run that football. He's gonna want to run. He don't believe in no passing games. He believe in run the football. I expect this game to be a dogfight. I'm taking, if I had to put a score on this, 18-21 Chiefs, obviously. This game is going to be very interesting. Keenan Allen is back. Keenan Allen is back on this team. Justin Herbert, a guy who's very overrated, that people keep telling me is a top 5 QB in the league, and he's not even close to that. The reason why I say he's not top 5, Justin Herbert's like a partner, right, that you find very attractive. Matter of fact, I'll do the car analogy. It's like a car. He's a nice, hot rod car, luxury car. But you know what's wrong with the car? It got no engine, got no tires, the cover's messed up, the windows barely work. They go up and down sometimes. If they go down, sometimes they get stuck. But the car looked nice on the outside. But now I got all these problems. That's Justin Herbert. He looks great in the regular season. Regular season looks good. Then comes postseason. What happens? Justin Herbert disappears. The man turned to Houdini. Nobody know who he is anymore. Especially this last year playoffs against the Texans, I believe it was. That man was mucho galante basura. The man threw, I believe, 2 or 3 picks. He was just terrible in that game. He couldn't get nothing going. And which makes it even worse, people sat there and made excuses for the man. You fired, first it said it was the head coach, OCDC. So, when they lost against Jacksonville, a game that the Chargers should have won, a game that was winnable, they were up, 28 points? Blew that lead, right? So, everybody makes excuses. Oh, it's the head coach. The head coach is trash. It's the OC. He's trash. It's the DC. He's trash. So, we get them all up out of there. They all get the boot. And then you go out there and you still underperform in a playoff game? You have one of the... And then you get... John Harbaugh comes in, a great head coach. Your defense becomes a ranked top 12 defense, so just outside the top 10. With the same defensive personnel you had the season before when you were terrible in the playoffs, when you had a terrible playoff game, you keep that same guy still on your team. Not on your team. You're keeping your same players. The same players are there. So that defense, somehow that was last in the league. You fire your DC, you bring in a new DC, and look what happens. Your defense performs, you get a top 12 defense. And you still play terrible in the playoffs. Like, Justin Herbert is a top 10 quarterback, but he's 7-10. Justin Herbert is closer to Dak. A matter of fact, Justin Herbert is closer to Drake May than he is to Lamar Jackson. Baker Mayfield is a better quarterback than him. Old boy from the Commanders, Redskins, he's a better quarterback than him. Who else is a better quarterback? Jared Goff is a better quarterback. Justin Herbert, I'm tired of living off of the talent argument. We're not going to keep living off of this talent argument. You're not producing in the playoffs. We need you to produce, brother. Can you have a good playoff game? You've been in 2 playoff games, and you were bad in both of them. There's no more excuses. Listen, we gave you a new head coach. We gave you a new DC. We gave you a new offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator, and head coach. There's no more excuses. We need you to perform. If this man, this season, goes into the playoffs, and it's Mucho Galiente Basura again, he dropping out the top 10. He ain't a top 10 quarterback no more. Yeah, I said it. He is outside the top 10 because playoff production matters. You can't be a top 10 quarterback in the league and have no playoff production, playing bad in the playoffs. Like, come on, what are we doing here? So you got the rookie, Omari Hampton. The OC is Greg Roman. Yeah, I know they're gonna run the ball. So I expect them to run the ball a lot. You got Najee Harris, the man who runs like he got on some skinny jeans on. That's how the boy run the football. The boy looks stiff, look like he could barely move. You got him. Keenan Allen comes back. Who was your wide receiver one? He leaves, comes right back. Your wide receiver 2 is Quinn Johnson. Keenan Allen is your wide receiver 3, and Ladd McConkey is your wide receiver 1. I think Ladd this season will be in top 5 combos for wide receivers. I think Ladd McConkey will be a top 5 wide receiver this season. He will be a top 5 wide receiver this season. Let's look over there to Kansas City Chiefs. Let's see what's going on with them, man. We got Patrick Mahomes, Kareem Hunt, Eli Mitchell, Isaiah Pacheco. You get Brashard Smith, rookie running back. The biggest problems with the Chiefs, as we all know, is their O-line. I think for the most part, they fix up their O-line. That's one of the problems they had. Another problem is they don't have a solidified number 1 wide receiver. Let's see. We got, Xavier Worthy is your number 1 wide receiver. He had a pretty good rookie year. But they don't have a dominant wide receiver 1 to go guy. Travis Kelce is getting up in age. You need a true dominant number 1. They got Josh Simmons in the draft, which was a good pickup. Jawan Taylor is one of the worst linemen I've ever seen in my life. If you need a penalty, guess who's going to get it? Jawan Taylor. That boy cannot pass protect, run. He can't do nothing right. He just a body, to be honest. He's just a person just standing there acting like he doing his job. He ain't doing nothing. A whole lot of nothing is happening. You understand what I'm saying? Whole lot of nothing. When you have Patrick Mahomes, the best QB in the league, and they ain't close, I mean, he's gonna win you games. I think they win the AFC West. I think they sweep the division. Not sweep the division. I take that back. They win this division. As we all know, all roads lead through Kansas City. If you want to make a Super Bowl, win a Super Bowl, you got to be able to beat Kansas City. And right now, in Rise Words Ric Flair, to beat a man, you got to beat the man. And so far, ain't nobody beat Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes, when he has a fully competent team, yeah. You might not even get out the AFC Championship game. You, like, Lamar, come on, what you gonna do? We depend on you. You talking about this the best team you ever been on. We need you to produce. You another one that's lacking playoff production to a certain extent. But we need you to produce. We need you to be better. I believe the Ravens have not beat the Chiefs in the postseason. Like, Patrick Mahomes is a lot of teams' kryptonite, man. Y'all gotta find a way to be better than these teams. I don't know what to tell y'all, how to tell y'all, but y'all need to be better. You get Hollywood Brown back. He was hurt for a little bit last season. This is a very mid wide receiver corps. I'm not gonna lie. This is a very mid wide receiver corps. If I'm playing fantasy, the only person that's even worth considering putting on my team is probably Xavier Worthy. Obviously, Travis Kelce. He's a top 3 tight end lock in fantasy. Maybe Rashid Rice. I don't know. They have a very Very strange team. I don't like this wide receiver corps at all. I don't even like Rashid Rice being my number one wide receiver. I don't trust that or like that at all. Tyquan Thorne, former Patriot. Yeah. Do, 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 do. Oh, Justin Herbert is not. Oh yeah, let's look at some numbers since I know we love numbers here. Gotta respect the numbers game. So I'm gonna pull up some numbers for Justin Herbert. We're gonna go look at Mr. Herbert. People keep telling me Mr. Top 5 over here. Justin Herbert. He like that pretty girl that can't do nothing for you. She ain't that smart. She can't cook. She can't clean. She sure do look good. Got a nice body. But what else you bring to the table? Do you got a brain? What can you do for me? Well, we were blaming Brandon Staley for the longest, right? I remember that. Blaming Brandon Staley. It's all his fault. He can't coach. He's trash. Then there was first it was Joe Lombardi's fault too. Oh, he's a terrible OC. Then y'all even got even more disgusting and try to blame Austin Eckler. He's a receiving back. He's not a pure runner. Y'all know this. Yeah, like come on. Everybody knows this. He's a receiving back. He catches the ball from the outfield. That's what he does. He catches the ball. He runs routes. He's a receiving back. He's a small guy. Pause. He's not a huge guy. He's not running between the tackles. He's not power. He's not elusive. He's a receiving back. It's just that simple. And y'all try to get nasty and blame him, which was insane work. I'm not gonna lie. Trying to blame Austin Eckler is so disgusting. Utterly disgusting. It's Austin Eckler's fault. It's nasty, crazy work. Not gonna lie to y'all. Yeah, Justin Herbert fans, the worst. Let's look at some numbers. So this is when is it? January 14th, 2023. Chargers Jacksonville. 30-31. They lose this game. Now, I ain't no mathematician, you know what I'm saying? I'm a hooked on phonics kid, you know. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, you know. Math ain't my strong suit, you understand what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure in that first half, if we add 17 plus 10, we get 27. And what does Jacksonville have? 7 points. So you up 20-7, right? 27-7, excuse me. You have a 20 lead, which is about a 3-touchdown lead. If you're good enough, excuse me, if you're good enough to be up 27-7, up 20 points, you should close the game. There ain't no excuses, brother. I ain't trying to hear none of that. The fact that you, in that second half, managed to get a field goal, allowed Trevor Lawrence, not even Trevor Lawrence, the Jacksonville Jaguars, put up, excuse me, once again, not a mathematician, but my math is correct, the calculations is correct, 24 points in the second half while you got 3. Allowed them to run it up 3 tutties on you. That's insane work now, ain't it? Ain't that insane work? Now we gonna even break this down. Where they at? So we look at their drives in the second half. 37 yards, punt. This is in the third quarter, by the way. Third quarter. You had the ball for 2 minutes and 32 seconds. Then we go to third quarter. 5 minutes. 5 minutes, 11 seconds left. You ran 7 plays. In them 7 plays, 5 passing, 1 rush. You had the ball for 2 minutes, 13 seconds. You gained 45 yards, field goal. Same thing. Third quarter, we got 44 minutes left in the game. You're on your own 20. You had the ball for 6 minutes, 57 seconds. You ran 6 rushing yards, 7 passing yards, 2 penalties. Your kicker misses the field goal. Then in the fourth quarter, because this is bad clock management by the Chargers. This is mucho galente basura clock management, by the way. 5 minutes, 25 seconds on LA's 25 yards on their own 25-yard line. They run 3 plays. Out of them 3 plays, 3 passes. For 2 minutes and 16 seconds, they have possession of the ball for 5 yards. Punt. Now, in this first half, so we just going to talk about the first half now, right? Touchdown, field goal, punt. Touchdown, punt, field goal. You scored 3 touchdowns. You ain't scored another one in that second half. I know that defense was tired. For being on that field. They probably wanted to quit. I would have told the owner, hey, listen, man. I'm going home. Forget this. Now we're going to look at Jacksonville. Now, mind you, this is a terrible defense. It's a bottom of the barrel defense. They rank like 28 or 32, somewhere around there. They're at the bottom of the bottom. This defense was managed in that first half to get 4 interceptions and force 3 punts. They have 4 takeaways in that first half. They barely had possession of football. In the first half, the Chargers clearly have more possession of football. Ain't even close. Like, this is common sense. They weren't even running long plays. Like, 3. Yeah. Trevor Lawrence was mucho galante basura. By the way, I think he's going to have a breakout year this year. It's going to be wonderful to see Trevor Lawrence. We're going to see what he should be. I think he's going to be somewhere between 11 through 15 as a QB this season. Well, anyways, back to this. Then they got 1 touchdown in that whole first half. Third half. The second half. Not third, excuse me. Second half. Touchdown, field goal. So you mean to tell me the defense was getting stops in the first half? Getting stops in the first half. But then the second half, y'all surrendering 4 touchdowns in a field goal? 31 points? And then on the Chargers side, y'all scored, was going crazy in the first half. Second half, y'all disappeared. What happened? And let's even get more into details, because y'all going to sit here. So Justin Herbert, right? In this half, he's completing. 2 incompletions, incompletion, punt. Trevor Lawrence gets the ball. We just going to focus on, Justin Herbert completes. As a matter of fact, we're going to even do this even better. We're going to do his completions versus his incompletions, right? We're going to really break this down. So Justin Herbert, 1 for 1, 2 for 2, 3 for 3. 0 for 3. So we got, I just messed my own self up. So 1, 2, 3. 3 completions, 3 incompletions. Let's go back to Justin Herbert. We 3 for 3 right now, baby. 3 for 3. Completion, 4 for 3. 4 for 4. We have 4 for 4. He completed this pass, so that's 5 for 4. Oh, look, 2 incompletes. So what is that? We was at 5 for 4. 5 completions, 4 incompletes. Now we at what? 6 incompletes, 5 completes. He's 5 for 6 right now. Another one. So he's 6 for 6. Oh, he gets sacked. Oh, look, another incompletion. 6 completions, 7 incompletions. Oh, look, another incomplete. 6 completions, 8 incompletions. Oh, look, another incomplete. 6 completions, 9 incompletions. Let me know my math wrong in the comments. So we're at 6 for 9, 7 for 9, 8 for 9. Uh-oh. 8 for 10, another incompletion. 8 for 10. 8 for 10. Uh-oh. 2 completions. So now we're 10 for 10. So my math is correct. Yeah, y'all gotta bear with me. I'm hooked on Founders Kid, everybody. I ain't no math whiz mathematician. But it looks like he was 10 for 10. So 50% completion rate, which ain't the best. I mean, there was still no excuse for them to lose in this game with all the context. Like, I don't know what more context y'all want to bring in, talk about. Tell him to be better. That's what it really come down to. The brother need to be better. I don't understand what y'all be seeing in him. Whatever. If y'all want to give him a pass for this year, I ain't giving him a pass. The brother was mucho caliente basura. So now we go to the 24 season. The Chargers. You get Greg Roman, one of the best OCs in the game. Jesse Minter, and you get a new head coach. So basically, clean house. This is what you bring in. So league rank, your defense is ranked 11th in the whole entire football league. So just outside the top 10, literally one spot. Your offense is ranked 20th, which is bottom of the league. Which is not bottom of the league, but it's in the middle. It's very mid. What am I? Oh, let's just talk about versus the Texans, this wild card game that he was mucho galante basura. Shout out to Lad, man. Lad had a great playoff game, even though his quarterback was trash. 14 for 32, 242 yards. I mean, yeah, it looks good, right? It looks good, right? One tutty it looks real good, right? 4 picks. Not 1, not 2, not 3. 4. Cuatro. 4 picks the brother threw. Insane work. To throw 4 picks, his QBR rating was a 40.9. What you gonna do with a 40.9? What you gonna do with 40.9? That like little Tyrone's credit score from down the street. That's what that looked like. Like, what you gonna do with that? CJ Stroud, 22 for 33, 282 yards, 1 TD, 1 pick six. I believe that he set a record, Justin Herbert, for the most picks thrown in a playoff game. Ain't that about something? That's some nasty work right there. Lad McConkey, shout out to Lad, because I think he had a rookie record too. 14 targets, 9 reception, 197 yards, 1 touchdown. So, if for y'all saying he didn't have offensive help, that's a flat out lie. You had Lad McConkey, and this is a rookie Lad McConkey. This is his first pro year. You had Lad McConkey tearing it up. So for all y'all who's about to say and tell me, oh, he didn't have offensive weapons, that's a lie. He had Lad McConkey. He had an elite receiver. An elite receiver, a rookie one at that, who's only going to get better this season. Like, come on now. So Justin Herbert is not a top 5 quarterback at all. I don't know what to tell y'all, what y'all think. I'm going to name the quarterbacks that's better. Let me see. Oh, the quarterbacks that's better. We know Patrick Mahomes is better. Lamar is better. Jane Daniels is better. He actually produced in the playoffs, something Justin Herbert hasn't done. Baker Mayfield's better. Dak's better. Yeah, it's getting real scary for this man. Oh, Joe Burrow's better. I forgot to put him in the conversation. That's definitely better than Joe Burrow's also better than Jalen Hurts before y'all get your pennies in a bunch. Who else is better? Just looking at these teams. I think that's it. So we have these are QBs that are better than Justin Herbert in no order. Number one, Patrick Mahomes. There's no order. So Patrick Mahomes, Lamar, Joe Burrows, Jalen Hurts. Baker Mayfield is better. That's 5. Kyle Murray's not better. Oh, Jay McDaniels is better. That's 6. Mo Nix is not better. I don't know who's Tennessee quarterback or what they got going on. I forgot. Brock Purdy's not better, even though there's an argument to be made that he is better than Justin Herbert, but I'm not saying that. Seattle's Jordan Love is better. That's what's that? 6 quarterback, 6-7. Jared Goff is better. 7-8. Matthew Stafford, CJ Stroud. Oh yeah, this man may not even be top 10. Oh yeah, this is getting nasty. So no order. Dak's better. These are quarterbacks I think that are better than Justin Herbert. Dak's better. That's 1. Jalen Hurts is better. That's 2. This is in no order. Lamar Jackson's better. Josh Allen's better. CJ Stroud's better. That's 5. Matthew Stafford's better. That's 6. Jared Goff is better. That's 7. Jordan Love and him is a conversation, but he's not definitively better. These are quarterbacks who I think are definitively better than Justin Herbert. We're at 7. Jay McDaniels is better. That's 8. So we have 8 quarterbacks currently. Joe Burrow's better. That's 9. Baker Mayfield makes 10. Yeah, Justin Herbert may not even be a top 10 quarterback. Yeah, it's getting nasty for that boy. He might not be a top 10 quarterback in the league. There might be 10 definitive better quarterbacks than Justin Herbert. That's very crazy to say. That's very insane to say. 10 quarterbacks better than him. It's crazy. All right, let's get down to the best bets. I got too many windows open. I got too much going on. Let's try this game. Come on, shortly. Let's see. No, I like props edge better. I am not a financial advisor. These are just bets I think I personally, that lines that I personally like. So we're gonna go over this together, y'all. Not doink. Props edge. Use code Crazy Shot Josh, and you get 50% off your first month on Props Edge. This is a tool I use to make my bets. Let me see. Let's see. Let's see what Travis Kelce's line at. I think I like Travis Kelce tonight. Obviously, Travis Kelce, anytime TD. I think that's a nice line for y'all. Oh, DraftKings, he's plus 180. I'm not mad at that. Never mind, I take that back. I do not like this line. Let's look at head to head. This man hasn't even scored a touchdown. So we're not taking that. One thing I do like about Kelce. Let me see his yards. So his yards is at 49.5. Most books have him at 49.5. I think that's his line on most books. I mean, on September 29th, he had 89. And then December 8th, he had 45. So he's averaging out 67. Is what he's averaging out. One out of head to head, he only had 1 out of 2 games. Whoo wee! Golly! This is a pass heavy team. 62% pass rate. Yeah, they don't even believe in a run. What's a run to them? He has a 23.2 target share, 72 catch rate. Last season, he had 110 receptions and 151 targets. So we know that Patrick Mahomes is targeting Kelsey a lot. Let's see what his receptions is at. His receptions at 5.5. His most lines is at. I actually like that. That's the line I personally like. He has 7 receptions, 5. You gotta I don't see who else Patrick Mahomes is gonna. The bulk of the target is gonna go Travis Kelsey, and as you can see, they like passing the ball. So we got that. We got that going for us. Completion percentage allowed. Chargers is 13. They were 13th last season. Allowed 60. Passing yards allowed 8. Kind of a stingy defense. There was no line movement. So I like Travis Kelsey's receptions is one of the lines I like for tonight. Let's see what Mario Hampton is. Again, he has Greg Roman as his what is it? His offensive coordinator. And as we know, when he was over there with Lamar, they were a very run heavy team. Very run heavy team, man. They were very pass heavy last season. They ranked 19th in the league for they run 59.8 plays. His line for rushing yards 49.5. I think he's going over that. Personally, this is the line I would take. Your best odds for this is going to be on ESPN Bet plus 700 odds. It's a rookie, I get it, but he should be able to get 50 yards against his defense, respectfully. Last season versus the Rush, Kansas City allowed 108 yards, ranked 10th in the league. Rushing touchdowns, they were 14th in the league. They only allowed 8. And yards per carry, they only allowed 4.1, and they were 8th in the league. I personally would still take it. I like that line, knowing Greg Roman. He's probably going to want to be a clock manager. I also like. Let me see. Let me see what Justin Herbert's passing line is. Anytime touchdown. Actually, I might actually take this myself. For some odd reason, the last 2 matchups, he went over this line. He got a touchdown. Last season, yeah, they were run heavy. His main target is Lad McConkey, obviously. I don't know how it's going to look with Keenan Allen, the number 3 wide receiver, coming back. So now he gets somewhat another weapon to throw to. You got Quentin Johnson there. Last season, there were 8 in touchdowns allowed. They allowed 2.3. Red zone touchdown allowed was 60%, which was 12th in the league, and points allowed. It was 6th in the league last season, allowed 20.4. I personally would take this. I think he's going to get one. I mean, I'm playing the numbers right here. He did it twice against this team. It's a divisional game. Yeah, I know how division games go. So my 3 best bets for tonight would be Justin Herbert, anytime touchdown. Justin Herbert, anytime touchdown. What else did I say? Amari Hampton running over for his rushing yards. Most books have him at 49.5. I'll take that one too. And I will also take Travis Kelce for receptions or yards, either or. I would say the safer one would be to take him for receptions. I think that one's safer than his yards. Again, with that wide receivers corpse, Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes trusts Travis Kelce. They have chemistry. They've been in the league together long. He's clearly the best receiver they got. The Chargers linebackers are not that great. Like, they have an okay linebacker corps, but y'all know how Travis Kelce gets now. After what I just watched with old boy Dak, yeah, I think Travis Kelce should go over his lines easy. What's his? I'm leaning towards his receptions more. I feel like he's gonna get a lot of targets this game. I think they just bumped his line up to 5.5. Almost at 4.5 would have been perfect. Let me see. Yeah, I don't like this wide receiver corpse. Last season, target share 23% with Travis Kelce. His catch rate was 72%. By far had the most receptions on this team and by far had the most targets on this team. He was targeted a total of 151 times this season. I would take it at, I don't know what books have him as. I'm pretty sure it's at 4.5 is his line is on most books. Shout out to the 21 people on X who's watching this. Shout out to y'all. Y'all some real ones for staying in here. Let me look at something else. If you use code Crazy Shot Josh, you get 50% off for Props Edge. I personally like them. As y'all can see, they show you different lines. They show you when lines change. Same thing with Doink Sports. Shout out to my man Cousins for putting me onto this site. Yeah, this is another good one that I personally use. I know the game about to start. I'm trying to watch the game before I end this stream. I would take the Chargers spread only because it has plus odds. I think they're gonna keep this game close for the most part. Let's see, versus the Chargers. Away. Home. Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes. I personally don't like none of his lines. I think Pacheco goes over his rush line too. 46.5. I think he goes over that. They're going to have to run the ball. I know we saw that they barely run the ball, but I think Pacheco will go over. I think this is a good matchup for him. At 46.5 is not a bad line to be at either. And as we could see versus the Chargers, 3.5. Out of 5 games, he went over 3, 60% hit rate. He's averaging 64.4 yards against them. I personally like that line. Xavier Worthy. Where's Travis Kelce at? Travis Kelce basically torches the Chargers. Like I said, they don't have no answer for him at all. He torches them. And out of 4 games, he got a touchdown in 3. He hits his receiving yards 4 out of 4. No, 4 out of 4 he hits his receiving yards. 4 out of 4 he hits his reception yards. That's why I like Travis Kelce here. He's in a good spot. I'm leaning more toward the 5.5 for his receptions. The line might have moved. He did have a 4.5 line. I think on FanDuel, what's it at? 5.5. I think most books have him at 5.5 now. His line did open up at 4.5 though, because I got it at 4.5. If you can catch it still at 4.5, I would take the over. If you can get to 4.5 odds, anytime touchdown, I also like that by him. I think that's a good line. When they get into the red zone, he does look for him. Okay, you can stop sharing my screen now, computer. I told you. All right, everybody. I thank all 21 of y'all for tapping in. Make sure to subscribe. Hit the link in bio. Make sure to follow me. Y'all know where to find me at. You can find me on TikTok. I'm on there on live every day. Sports lives. You find me on IG, Crazy Shot Talk Sports. Make sure to follow me. It's free 99. Come on, ain't gonna cost you nothing. All you gotta do is go on your phone. Y'all be on your phone 24/7 anyways, doing a whole bunch of nonsense anyways. So you might as well just shoot me a follow. Boop. Show some love. If you want to come up on the show, be a part of the show, DM me on any social media platform. We could talk about it. You come up. Listen, no, I only have one rule. Well, actually 2 rules. It might be a third one. I don't know. Actually 3 rules. You got to be respectful. You got to know sports. No casuals allowed. We ain't dealing with casuals. I like hot takes. We all love hot takes. But some of y'all don't know what y'all be talking about and be chatting about a whole bunch of nothing. Just be straight airheads. You understand what I'm saying? Make sure to follow me on YouTube, Crazy Shot Josh Universe. If you're not following me on X, make sure to follow me, Crazy Shot Josh. You follow me on all platforms. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure you tell your friends to watch this video. Tell your enemies. I'm your favorite content creator, your favorite TikTokers. Y'all know the vibe. I'm out of here. Make sure to tune in next week. We're going to have another great show. I'm going to be talking about all the games on the NFL. We're going to be talking college football too. We're going to throw in WNBA in there too. We're going to throw in all the sports, man. We're going to throw in everything. We're going to come back. I'm going to come back, make another parlay for y'all. I might have a stream tomorrow. I don't know yet. I might give y'all a stream. The stream is going to be strictly sports betting stream. We're going to look at all the games for Sunday, put in some parlays. If I do one on Saturday, I'm going to do another live. Just make sure y'all tap in and follow me. Y'all know the vibes. Your favorite TikTok's favorite TikTok, your favorite fake content creator is out of here. Y'all enjoy. Make sure y'all watch this game. Let me know what y'all parlays look like. Did I help y'all cash them? Didn't help them cash it? Listen, you know this bang game. It is what it is. I'm out of here. Y'all enjoy. Thanks for tapping in. Love y'all. Live a good life. Do what y'all gotta do. I'm out of here.